WBTV's Molly Grantham is going to give us a look at how Novant Health has partnered up with another local organization that's helping people with brain injuries.
Morning at Heinz Feet Farm in Huntersville, North Carolina means chores, fellowship, and another day in pursuit of a constant mission to provide order to those who had it taken away.
The glue that binds all of our members together is really the emotional struggle of not being able to go back and do the things that you could do before your injury.
Each member here is suffering some sort of brain trauma, whether from accident or stroke.
Having that all stripped away from you in a blink of an eye leaves you angry and depressed and confused.
Dozens of masks hang on a wall in the farm's rec center. Each one tells a different story. It might just look like arts and crafts, but it's more than that.
The mask is an artistic and creative outward expression of what it's like to live with a brain injury.
These masks are gaining the attention of brain injury experts across the country.
So this gives them a way to show I'm unhappy, I'm sad, I'm anxious, which is not only therapeutic for them, but it helps the broader understanding of what TBI can cause.
Like Paul's mask, he's a stroke survivor and a pastor. He decorates his with Bible verses and words of hope, words that were taken from him 8 years ago. These masks also create a unique partnership between Heinz Feet Farm and Novant Health to help patients with any brain injury during treatment.
We want you to be able to come for any issue which might affect the brain or the spine or the peripheral nervous system and have the appropriate specialist to take care of that so that you don't feel like you're bounced around to multiple specialists.
Maybe equally as important is what happens after.
When they discharge folks, for them to realize that there's hope and help in the community.
You know, Maureen, in April of this year, a unique partnership unfolded between the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, and Novant Health's Hemby Children's Hospital here in Charlotte.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind arrangement, and as we're about to find out from WBTV anchor Molly Grantham, it's providing a new level of care to sick children and their families.
Meet Ellis. Just like any little boy who's 2.5, he likes to play, talk, and eat. But just a few short months ago, his parents lived through a nightmare.
We started to notice him limping.
Most people wouldn't notice a limp on a toddler. Maybe he bumped his leg or turned an ankle. But his mom and dad, Heather and Matt, took him to the doctor anyway. They did not expect what they heard next.
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
From what they thought was a sore leg to cancer, just like that.
Your entire heart breaks. Yeah. And you're scared.
The Snyders brought Ellis here to the St. Jude affiliate clinic at Novant Health Hemby Children's Hospital in Charlotte. He will undergo treatments for 3 years. A difficult fight for sure, but one more likely to have a happy ending now than ever before.
Back in the 60s and 70s was a 10 to 20% survival, and now we've improved things dramatically. Your overall survival is greater than 90%.
By becoming aligned with St. Jude, we basically have a greater deck of cards to play with.
This clinic is the exact opposite of what you might expect. There is laughter, sometimes music, and most of all, there is hope.
We know that with a whole community behind a child, that they're going to have the best chance to beat their disease, but while doing so, having the best childhood they possibly can.
The doctors and staff here have access to cutting-edge cancer research with an emphasis on family-centered care.
Our job is to stick with that family to get them to the goal that, yes, we expect your child to do better, and we're going to do everything in our power to make it better.
The Novant Health affiliation with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is only months old, but you can already see it making a difference to local families and the doctors and nurses on the front lines.
And a lot of these families are amazing. They cope and keep it together and keep working and keep their families together, and then they invite you to be a part of it. I mean, that's really why we do what we do, I think.
and Maureen, you're going to hear us talk a lot about Novant Health today, this afternoon, a lot about how this parade came to be. But before we do that, I want to take you back a few years when a young future Novant vice president was carrying a drum and a pair of sticks on his own at West Charlotte High School. You have to look closely to know where the band room is at West Charlotte High School, but if you listen, it's hard to miss. On this day, this practice becomes a homecoming.
How you doing, sir? I'm fine. How are you?
Novant Health Vice President Jesse Curtin is a graduate of West Charlotte. Walking through these doors brings back a flood of memories.
So I can look at all of you. You're still proud of that West Charlotte Lions. It meant something then, and it means something today.
When Jesse heard Charlotte's Thanksgiving parade was in trouble,
and I said, that cannot happen.
His memories of marching in the parade, of what that meant as a teen, of what it meant to the community, he just couldn't resist pitching his company to save it. And when the West Charlotte drumline showed up at the announcement,
and that coincidence had nothing to do with me, I knew it was the right thing to do.
He hopes his appearance at this practice will help inspire these teens.
They're saying in their mind, I hope that I can. He did it and came out of this very same band program, and now I can do the very same thing.
Absolutely.
Not everybody has a chance to come back, and him coming back means a lot to the band program.
But for Jesse, it's only natural. You see, once the band gets in your blood, it's there to stay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the West Charlotte High School Marching Lions.